Manchester United, arguably the biggest club in the world. The Theatre of Dreams used to be one of the most feared stadiums in the world. You came here, you were going to be lucky if you could come away with anything. And the Theatre of Dreams has seen lots and lots of great world-class players play here in the past. Go on a tour at Old Trafford and you're guaranteed to see row after row of silver. The trophies this team and this club has won is amazing, especially, most famously, the treble. Now the history of this club goes back a long way, starting mainly with Sir Matt Busby, and some of the players he had back in the day are now legendary. World-class players who will never be forgotten at Old Trafford and in the world. Now after a few barren years, possible decades, came Alex Ferguson in the 80s. He transformed this club and put them back on top. And he too had some great legendary players that will be remembered forever for loving this club and giving everything for it. Now in recent times some might say Manchester has become blue, but I think we all know it's still red. Fortunately our noisy neighbours have took the top spot. They're the ones at the top, they're the ones now winning trophies, so that had to change. Alex Ferguson's legacy of Champions League wins, Premier League wins, and even after him of Europa League wins was now becoming a distant memory. The class of 92, 6 lads, all from the local area, who had come together, broke into the first team, and were now world famous. Those days too were fading. Could United really bounce back? Well, as you may know, after Sir Alex Ferguson, David Moyes replaced him and had a tough task and failed miserably. He was quickly out the door. Legends like Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho both came into the club, both tried to put their stamp on the team, both won trophies, but failed. Now Manchester United were at a turning point. They had some players who were supposed to be world class, players that have come to Old Trafford and been below par, players who shouldn't even be wearing the red of Manchester United. Fans were getting angry, fans were getting disappointed, fans demanded change, and in that change they appointed an old club legend as manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now he got together with his scouts and decided not only did he need to change his team, but he wanted to copy the man he admired the most, Sir Alex Ferguson. He wanted to get out there like Fergie did and get the best kids into the United Academy. He wanted to copy that classic team from the 90s, the team that won the Youth FA Cup. And at Manchester United's Carrington training ground, things were about to change. 6 boys from the local area had been found. All 6 signed the contract. All 6 were going to have to live up to the past and to the class of 92. But 92 was a long time ago. This was 2018. And these were the class of 2018. Hello, I'm Bird and welcome to the channel and welcome to the class of 2018. It's another sort of experiment with a slight bit of a story to it. And basically I wanted to remake the class of 92. I wanted to make 6 characters and see if they could change the fortunes of the mighty Manchester United. We are the biggest club in the world, but we're struggling at the minute. Things aren't great. They could be worse. We could be Leeds United. Do you know what I mean? So it's not too bad. There's always someone worse off than you are. So I've created 6 new characters. We're going to have a look at them all in a minute. Now, they've all got different potentials. We've got a couple who've got -10. And then we've got the rest of them are -9, apart from one I think is a -8. So they're all going to become great players at different levels. Just like the real class of 92, they all weren't world class. But together as a group, they achieved a lot of great things. And one of them great things was the treble. So we're going to see if the new class of 2018 can not only achieve what the class of 92 did, but can they win a treble? That's what we're going to see. Can they change the fortunes of United while they do it? Again, that's what we're going to see. So hopefully you're going to enjoy it. If you do, smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Go and check out all my other videos. Also, if you want to help the channel out a little bit more, help support it, keep it going, you can pledge to my Patreon. You'll find the link to that down below in the description. Right then, let's get started. So we're going to go through all 6 of them. Now I haven't just copied the class of 92 like for like within height and weight and positions. I've just gone off my own thing. Plus this is part of the BOODverse, so it's a new bunch of players, all English, all Mancunians, so they're the best in the world. I'm biased. But if you ever wanted to play in the BOODverse now, you've got a good choice of players and you could actually, technically, buy yourself a first team 11 now. So that's quite cool. And the first player we're going to look at is Fletcher Jackson. Now all the lads are currently in the under 18s And like I said, some are better than others, and some might become better than others. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And I just want to know, can he do the treble? That's the main thing. Anyway, this is Fletcher. He's 16 years old, and yeah, he's all right. How's he starting off? I mean, he's got a great base to start off with. Off the ball, 19. Concentration, 19. Obviously, I've just given him potential. And like I did in the last video, my last video was the Cuban Conqueror. I've let the computer fill out the pieces to see what the computer thinks. So it's all on the computer's back. But yeah, this is the first lad. He is a striker. And like all the other lads, he's English. And they're all from Manchester, because the class of 92 are all from Manchester. Apart from David Beckham, I know. But he grew up in Manchester, didn't he? So these are all Manchester local lads. They've gone out there and they've got the best of the best. And they've brought them all together. Now, he's a promising striker. He's a Manchester United fan. And I'm really, really excited to see what happens to him. Next, we have Mark Cardwell, again 16. He is also a local lad, an English. He's a left winger, can play left midfield and attacking left. Apparently, he's dynamic. And again, the computers give him some pace there. His technicals aren't great. I mean, his first touch and technique are a good foundation to start on. But he's got a lot of hard work to do. Next up, we have Jamie Austin. And again, Manchester lad, Man United fan, all the same. He looks a bit better. He's the right winger. And he looks like he's a better player. Maybe he's one with higher potential, maybe. Never know. But he looks alright, doesn't he? For 16. I reckon he's going to do well. The fourth player on the list is possibly my favourite looking. I like a good central midfielder, and his name is William Graham. He is 16. All the usual, they're all the same. And the computers give him some pretty decent ability. He's a brave lad, naturally fit, can already pass the ball very well. I think he's going to have a massive, massive future, William Graham. Fifth player is a left back, and if you've been taking notes and following the Boodiverse, you'll realise we've really struggled for a left back. Well, we haven't got a left back. We've had strikers, midfielders, wingers. We've got them all now. Centre half. So we've got a goalkeeper in the Lost Boys video, but we've never had a left back. We've had a right back in the Lost Boys. So if you want to complete the set and have a bit of fun with the Boodiverse, Lee Kane is your man. He is a left back, can play at wing back. Again, pretty good, pretty quick, attacking, good player. And last but not least, we have a centre half. I nearly went for another goalkeeper, but I thought, no, let's go for a centre half. He's called Charlie Cowley, same as all the other lads, local Man United fan, can use both feet and should have a big future. They've all got good concentration, I think, haven't they? Naturally fit as well. That's quite cool. Good tackler as well. But can they all break into the first team? Will they all stay at Man United for their entire career? Can they put Man United back on top? Can they win more trophies than the class of 92? We'll check that out at the end of the video. But most importantly, can they do a treble? Of course, we're starting at the beginning of FM19, which is the previous season we've just had in real life. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the manager. The club's rich. And United tend to do well on Football Manager. The finances are good. It just depends. I've seen them do really well. I've seen them not do too well. But I mean, 6 players like that, they should do okay. But they're not even in the under-21s, are they? They're in the youth team. So we're going to follow their careers. And I think we should jump forward maybe 5 years and have a sneak peek at what the class of 2018 are doing. Right, I've in fact jumped forward 6 years. It's 2024. Ernesto Valverde is the manager of Manchester United. If I pronounce that wrong, okay. Right, Paul Pogba's still there, he's vice captain. Barry McNary, from the very first ever story experiment, the Liverpudlian triplets, he's there and he's captain. That's brilliant. And Charlie Cowley, the centre half of the class of 2018, is a key player. Ooh, exciting. Before we look at the lads, let's see what's been going on. And United have started to do well. So obviously Liverpool won the league in 2019, then Chelsea and City won it. And then I'm guessing the class of 2018, who are now going to be 19, 20 years old, are obviously pushing through. And unfortunately, Liverpool have been runners-up and City have been third. Last couple of years. United have dominated, winning 3 titles back-to-back. But unfortunately, they still haven't done the treble because they haven't won an FA Cup. They've got to one final and got beat off Liverpool. Gutted. Look at Middlesbrough there, getting beat off City in the final this year. So yeah, the treble hasn't happened yet, which is bloody unfortunate because look at that. They've won 2 Champions Leagues. So they won one in 2021. So that's pretty cool because I don't think United would have. The kids haven't grown yet. So maybe, yeah. But the last one, they've just won it, beating Real Madrid in the final, which would be absolutely amazing in real life if that ever happened. So they've won 2. All they had to do was win the bloody FA Cup this year. and they'd have done it, wouldn't they? Let's start looking at the players though, and this is the first one. It's Fletcher Jackson, now 22, and he's become pretty good, hasn't he? He's pretty good. Elite striker. Yeah, 77 appearances, scored 42 goals. Looks like he's had a stint at Wednesday back in the day though, possibly on loan, surely. With 80 million now. What a player. So yeah, look, first 2 years they didn't get in the first team. So yeah, they've not just burst onto the scene, have they? Went on loan to Sheffield Wednesday and was amazing in the Championship. Came back and he had a quiet year, eased his way in 22, and then the last 2 years he's like dominated, getting better with each year. He has only played for England once, so got 1 goal. But he's got tough competition. This is the Boodiverse. Kane and Abel, Rusko. Got to try and push them out, hasn't he? Next is our left winger, Mark Caldwell, and he has started to improve. He's not played for England, but he's not only just a winger. They've started to train him as a wing back and a central midfielder. He's good. He's the technicals in it though. Dynamic winger, left-footed, 56 million only on 80 grand a week, which is like not a lot compared to the last dude. So he's good. But is he progressing to become amazing? We don't know yet. Also looks like he went out on loan. So yeah, he went to Oxford in the Championship and had a goal. Yeah, his average rating wasn't great, but he got some games under his belt. Came back to United, played 1 game. Next year, none. And now he looks like he's easing his way into the team. Next we have Jamie Austin. He's played 5 times for England, so that's good. And he is good, isn't he? Yeah, he might be one of the -10s maybe. I don't know. He's elite and amazing. I like him. I'd love a winger like that. Bloody brilliant player. He's played for Reading and Fiorentina as well, so he has been about the block. So yeah, second year he went out to Reading in the Championship and was brilliant. Came back to United and they played him a few times, and looks like he went out for the second half of the season to Fiorentina on loan. Played a little bit there, but did brilliantly in the games he played. And then again, come back, had a quiet first year in the first team, and then eased his way into becoming what he is right now, which is freaking amazing. Next up is William Graham, the one I said I like the look of the most. And I was right. He has become pretty good, hasn't he? He's the new Paul Scholes, but he's blonde and better looking. He's 22. He's played 16 times for England, so yeah. And he's world class. So that shows you what old, doesn't he? He probably is a -10, isn't he? There's only 2 of them, so you've got to guess which 2 they are. But yeah, I like him a lot. And his passing technique, first touch, concentration, decisions off the ball. The guy's just out of this world, crazy good. And he looks like he went out on loan as well. So I like this, you know. Now, I'm not 100% sure of the class of 92. I know David Beckham went out on loan to Preston, but I don't know about the rest of them. But so far, all of them have just eased their way in. Gone out on loan somewhere. I mean, he went on loan in the Premier League. Had a season in the Prem, was brilliant. And then, again, 26 games. And then the last 2 years, he started to play more. So next we have young Lee Kane, the left back, again 22. He's played 7 times for England. That's brilliant. And he is good. I mean, his physicals are brilliant. Technicals need some work. But yeah, very, very good left back. And he's been out on loan as well. So they've done a good job with these kids. If it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he did a good job, or whoever it was. So here we go. Yeah, first year quiet, obviously in the youth team. Went on loan to Wigan in the Championship. Did okay. Then he went on loan to Aston Villa the following season. Played loads of games, average rating wasn't the greatest. And again, same thing. Third to last year, a few games, like the rest of his mates. And he's pushed his way right into the team. And last but not least, we have the centre-half, Charlie Cowley. He's played 12 times for England. And again, he looks like he's pretty good. He's an elite centre-back. And again, it looks like he went out on loan. But it's definitely like a mirror thing. I think he's got into the first team earlier, though. He went on loan to Wigan. And he looks like he's been playing solidly for 3 seasons. So, yeah, nice one. Now, one thing I've noticed is they've got a few of the lads in here. They've got Rusko, obviously. Henry Jekyll from Jekyll and Hyde. They've got one of the Wengers at centre-half. And I think that's it for Boodiverse characters. But every other player is also young and also high valued. So they've got some other really good players. They've got a really good young team here. I mean, he's a backup left back. They've got Connor Greenup, who's a defender, who is brilliant. So they've got a lot of good young players. Quick look at the Golden Boy, because if we jump forward anymore, they're all going to be too old to win this. One of them actually got it, and it was Jamie Austin, the right winger. Last year, won Europeans at Golden Boy. Here we are now, and it's 2029. Jump forward 5 years, and Zidane is the manager. And the first thing that popped up when I loaded this up was Zidane's job is insecure. Right then, so here's the Premier League history, and we know that they won it 3 years on the bounce. In the following 5 years, they only won it twice, so maybe that's why Zidane's job's on the line. But obviously, Valverde was the manager. Linfield have had a lot of third places, but it is a United City battle. This, isn't it now? Last few years. Interesting. Where's Liverpool gone? Well, they finally won an FA Cup. They just won the FA Cup the year they came second in the Premier League. City won the league that year. Talk about Linfield, part of the Boodyverse. They haven't won a Premier League yet, but look at that. They're loving their FA Cup, aren't they? Manchester United are starting to love the Champions League. They've won another couple. So they've won another 2 in the last 5 years and been a runner-up to Paris Saint-Germain. Man City have just been a runner-up. They did win one there, though. Runner-up there. Runner-up there. Linfield runner-up as well. So they're doing things, they're winning stuff. It's just not meshing together for a treble. Let's check in on the boys, and we'll start with the striker, Fletcher Jackson. He's still here, he's 27, about to hit his peak, and he is pretty bloody good. In 239 games, he scored 152 goals. He's managed 48 caps now and 34 goals, so he really is battling out, because England often play now with one striker. So they've got 3 world-class strikers with the Rust goals, Kane and Abel. Over to our left winger, and he's currently on loan at Milan. He's a good player, but he doesn't look like he's grown enough to become Manchester United's full-time starting left winger. He's gone on loan to Milan, and he's been there this year. He's only played 16 times. Maybe he went halfway through the season, I think. Maybe. I'll have a look. But he's actually signing for him now. The transfer's in place. He's going to be leaving Manchester United. And if one of them leaves, that's it, innit? Won't be able to do a treble. Over to the right winger, Jamie Austin, who is a very, very good player. 48 caps, 25 goals. Yeah, he is definitely elite. I'd say he's world class. He is very, very good. Scores a good amount of goals. Yeah, I like him. And he's wanted. Who wants him? Could he be leaving too? What about Linfield? Well, we're definitely not going to be getting a treble now, are we? Because William Graham is 27 years old. My favourite player at the start. Still a bloody brilliant player. He's amazing. 77 caps, 12 goals. Well, he's going to Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, he went there last year. So he just had a season in Paris. Over to Lee Kane, the left back. Again, he's really good. An attacking fullback. 69 caps, 2 goals. Only ever scored 3 goals though. So he's proper like a Neville, isn't he? How many goals did Neville score? Was it Phil Neville? I'm pretty sure Phil Neville, when he was a kid, was a striker. At youth level, was a striker. Yeah, I always remember Gary Neville scoring 1 goal. Can't remember any others. Pretty sure he only scored 1. And he went mental when he scored it. But yeah, he's a good player and he's still here at United. Last but not least, we've got Charlie Cowley, who's also wanted with 65 million, 75 caps, 2 goals. He is a very, very good centre-half. Definitely improved. Who wants him then? Linfield, I bet. No, Paris Saint-Germain. We can afford him as well, can't we? I think it was always on the cards, having these players mixed with some of the other Boodyverse players. But England are pretty good, and they won the World Cup. Hosts, United States, Canada and Mexico. That is a great idea. Is that a real thing? Is that actually happening? Because that's a great idea. Now, before we do though, I want to show you something. I've just seen something which made me wonder how could they do that? And it was Leicester with money, buying someone for a lot of money. So I just had a look at their history, and I've noticed something. I was talking to someone recently who said they thought Tycoon takeovers had gone. And I said, I'm pretty sure they haven't. Well, they haven't. It's still going. Look, they had a Tycoon takeover. But Leicester now are absolutely wadded. Welcome to 2039, so we've jumped forward 10 years. 4 guys have retired. 2 are still playing, but they're about to retire at any moment. This was their last season. They've got Kyle Martin in charge at United. And it looks like they've had, they've won a couple of titles. I thought they'd be more successful than that, I'll be honest with you. Wow, this is Kyle Martin. He's been manager at United, Seville, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Stoke, Barnsley. When he was a player, he was a nobody player. He played for Crewe, Macclesfield, Wealdstone Raiders. Look how good he is. He's like world class. Let's start off and we'll look at the 2 players that are still going, and then we'll have a look at the competition to see if the guys who stayed, maybe, did they ever get to win a treble without their friends? We'll find out. But William Graham is at Atletico Madrid. He's about to retire any moment. It looks like he played for Leicester in between Atletico and Paris Saint-Germain. So this is his playing history. He left United years ago in 2026. That surprised me. Went to Chelsea. Now, I didn't spot that last time. He went to Chelsea for wow. Chelsea bought him for 176 million. As if that would ever happen. He had 2 years there, then he left for 106 million to Paris Saint-Germain, where he was there for a long time, probably his main club in it. Came home on a freebie, for Leicester. 2 good years at Leicester. Remember Leicester Tycoon Takeover, so they got him on a free, probably paid him big wages. Last year didn't play too much and looked like he maybe left halfway through that season, and somehow squeezed out 35 games for Atletico Madrid. That's amazing. The only other player still playing, just got about a week left, is Charlie Cowley, the centre half, and he is a career man. His entire career was spent at Manchester United, 182 caps, 6 goals. That is awesome. I wonder if they all, well, there's got to be a couple that did this, career men. They all like Scholes and Giggs. But that's happened with 92, one a few went away. Beckham went, Nicky Butt went, didn't he? He played for Newcastle. He did really well at Newcastle. And obviously Phil Neville was great at Everton. He was captain, wasn't he? Here we have Fletcher Jackson, and he retired in 38. So he retired last year. He's a coach. Not a great one though. And he too was a Manchester United career man. That is brilliant. Cracky striker. Definitely tailed off his last couple of years, didn't he? Not played as much, not scored as much. This is Mark Cardwell. Now, he was the left winger. Do you remember he left for Milan? Now, he played in Milan for 5, 6, 7 years, right? Now, he never got capped, did he? For England. So he took up Italian nationality and never got capped for them either. So he's not Italian, but he's ended up Italian. That is so weird. We'll see here he left in 28 at United. Never really... I mean, he had 2 years where he was pushing, wasn't he? He was the left winger. And then they must have brought someone in and just pushed him out. He became a backup. Went to Milan. He played there for a very long time. Was their main player on the left. And then had a couple of seasons, 2 seasons at Shakhtar, and then retired. Here we are with Jamie Austin. He was the right winger and he was a quality winger. He was pretty good. 125 caps he had. He was, and he too retired last year. Again, tailed off in his last year there. But what a career. I mean, for a very long time, a good decade, no one touched him on that right wing. And for a good freaking 8 years, I think he got above an average of 8 every year. And lastly, we have Lee Kane. I'm pretty sure he too was a career man at United. It's only 2 of them left. And the other 4 stayed their entire careers, which is pretty sweet. He wants to be an assistant manager. He ain't got the stats for it. A lot of the time, very rarely happens, does it? Great players become great staff on this game. So there you go. He was a career man at United. And again, it was his last year, it tailed off and he just decided to hang up his boots. Well, there you go. We've got 2 Ballon d'Ors, both won by Fletcher Jackson for Manchester United. One thing I did spot is, remember Liverpool, they seem to disappear. Well, Liverpool always, for some reason, always buy Santiago Wenger. But then when you see Santiago Wenger is at Atletico Madrid. So I'm guessing, look how many he won is brilliant. I'm guessing on this one, they sold him to Atletico, and that's why they've not been the force they normally are. So Ryan Giggs won 4 FA Cups, 13 Premier Leagues and 2 Champions Leagues, resulting in 19 trophies. Paul Scholes won 3 FA Cups, 11 Premier Leagues and 2 Champions Leagues. He had 16 trophies. David Beckham, I think, is the least. He had 2 FA Cups, 6 Premier Leagues and 1 European Cup. So he had 9 trophies. Next we've got Gary Neville. He won the FA Cup 3 times, won 8 Premier Leagues and 2 Champions Leagues. So he had 13 trophies. Phil Neville, his little brother, had 3 FA Cups, 6 Premier Leagues and 1 European Cup. So he had 10 trophies. Last but not least, we've got Nicky Butt with 3 FA Cups, 6 Premier Leagues and a Champions League. So he too had 10 trophies, resulting in a total of 77 trophies. So we already know they had a treble, and we now know that they combined won 77 trophies. How did the class of 2018 do? So first off, we've got William Graham. He won 0 FA Cups, 4 Premier Leagues and 2 Champions Leagues, resulting in 6 trophies. Next we've got Mark Cardwell. He too didn't win an FA Cup. He won 3 Premier Leagues and 4 Champions Leagues, weirdly. So he had 7 trophies. Next is Fletcher Jackson, the superstar striker. He won 2 FA Cups, 7 Premier Leagues and 2 Champions Leagues, resulting in 11 trophies. Next up we've got Lee Kane. He got 2 FA Cups, 6 Premier Leagues and 4 Champions Leagues, so that's 12. Next up is Charlie Cowley with 4 FA Cups, 8 Premier Leagues, 3 Champions Leagues, so we had 15. And last but not least, it's Jamie Austin with 2 FA Cups, 6 Premier Leagues and 4 Champions Leagues, resulting in 12 trophies, a combined total for the class of 2018 of 63. So as we can see, even though I've given them 6 superstar youngsters all from Manchester, all friends, they couldn't do it. Definitely a win for the class of 92. So there we go, that is the end of the class of 2018. I'm just having a bit of fun with it. Hopefully you enjoyed coming along that little story with me. I did think they'd do it. Not the treble, but I thought they'd win more trophies. I enjoyed putting it together. It was a bit of fun, especially as a United fan. It's nice to see us win something, because I can't see us winning anything for a very long time in real life, because we are a bit shit at the moment, which I'm pretty sure most of you are happy about, aren't you? Yeah, and if you are happy, why not smash the like button? If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe, come and join the family, make sure you go and check out all my other videos, especially the Tycoon, and then you'll know who Linfield are. And talking to the Tycoon 2 is coming out pretty soon, and honestly, it's better than it sounds. Got a right good twist on that one, it's a proper good video. Next week we've got England Has Fallen, which again I think is going to be a great video too. So thanks for all the support of the channel, it's been amazing. Seriously, you've been amazing. I'm Bood, I'll see you next time.